Most UGC campaigns fail, and I've seen it happen again and again, even to brands spending six figures on creators. But here's the truth. I've been able to generate over 12 million downloads, over 150 worldwide apps as clients, not by hiring more creators or chasing trends, but by following a repeatable framework. And in this video, I'll walk you through exactly why most UGC campaigns flop and how to fix it step by step so you can finally turn viral content into conversions instead of relying on paid ads. So let's dive in. To get started, here's what I've seen after doing this for the past few years. Most brands treat UGC like a slot machine to where they hire a couple of creators, throw some budget at content, and pray it goes viral. And they do this all without truly understanding what drives performance for their audience. So there's no strategy, no creative brief, and no insight into the audience that they're actually selling into. But when you treat it like a system, that's when consistent growth starts to happen. So what does this system actually look like? Before you shoot a single piece of content, you need to lock in a creative strategy, because without strategy, there's no consistency, and without consistency, you're not getting conversion. Most brands make the mistake of handing a product or an app to a creator and hoping something magical happens, but that's a guaranteed way to waste time and money. Now here's how to get it right. You need to define the campaign goals, so what you want with a campaign. You need to define the content pillars, and you need to define the ICP, who the video is targeting. You want to map out the emotion, the hook, and the proof points needed per video. Now your brief isn't just film this, it's here's why this video exists. And here's one thing. If you're mapping out your ideal customer profile, your avatar, who you're targeting with the video, you want to make sure you understand, not from a high level, but from their day-to-day, what they face, what moments come up in their day-to-day life that remind them that they have a problem that your app fixes. So once again, you want to go into detail in their day-to-day and pinpoint moments in time where they figure out they have a problem that your app fixes. And those moments is what you want to use in your content, because that's going to spark emotion right away and that's going to keep them engaged. Now, when campaigns flop, most brands just blame the creator. But the thing is, UGC isn't magic. You need to understand what your audience wants. Again, how they speak, what actually gets them to take action. You can dive into Reddit threads, TikTok comments, reviews, like App Store reviews, and you want to look for the language your audience is using. You want to write down their objections, frustrations, beliefs, and then you want to find content that's already resonating with that demographic, even if it's outside of your niche, as long as it's targeting the same demographic. Now, that's how you know what content actually sticks, not just what looks good on paper. And we've helped countless apps scale successfully by making sure that they don't rely on creators and can actually grow profitably. So we handle everything, and instead of guessing, they now have a complete data-driven system to guide decisions and drive more value without needing the paid ads. They're no longer losing money or stressing over inconsistent results. And if you're looking to scale your app using strategies that are already working, you can book a call using the link in the description and see if you would be a fit to work with us in our program. Now, right away, you'd be working with a proven system that's already delivered results for over 150 worldwide apps. Now that the full strategy is locked in, this is where we start sourcing creators for your campaigns. But here's the truth. This step can either make your content perform or completely tank the entire thing if you get it wrong. Not every high-quality creator is the right fit for your app. A creator might have followers, but that doesn't mean that they can actually sell the idea and the app. Would you rather have a creator with a big following who delivers a beautiful but off-brand video that doesn't really touch on the product and doesn't convert, or someone with virtually no followers who perfectly understands your audience, hits your hook, is charismatic, and speaks your audience's language? And that ultimately drives conversions. Now, a lot of times, especially in the beginning, 3 years ago when we started the agency, we thought good creators meant creators with more followers. But as time went by, we just figured out that anyone can be a good creator. You don't need to have followers, especially with the new social algorithms. On TikTok, every piece of content is judged individually, which means you don't need an audience for your content to go viral. You just need good content. Now, good organic creators are usually people who are charismatic, who are comfortable in front of the camera, and who know how to tell stories. So what this means is that you don't need to be looking for high follower creators. You just need to be looking for the right people who know how to speak. And that might mean friends of yours. It might mean small creators who have good camera presence, and you just need to kind of give them guidance on your app for it to work out. And we've had countless stories. I remember this one time we hired this huge creator to do street interviews in Miami for a fitness app, and we paid several $1,000s for a very small batch of content, and it just didn't work at all. The videos were super high quality, and the creator had 2 million followers on Instagram, and it's just completely flopped. And the reason why is we completely missed the mark. Our users, or the app, didn't care about, the app's users didn't care about whether the creator had followers or not. It was just the wrong messaging. And since then, we've just prioritized hiring people who, again, are charismatic, know storytelling, and are naturally extroverts, and that's usually trainable to become a very good UGC creator. So now that you know, even the most talented creator can't deliver results without a clear direction. And that's why your brief should lay the foundation for the entire campaign. So the creator knows exactly what to say, how to say it, and why it matters, okay? So in your creator brief, you want to specify hooks, tone, CTAs. You want to include do's and don'ts and examples of what worked before, even for other apps, okay? You want to make it easy for the creator to bring your strategy to life without guesswork. So you want to find creators who are charismatic, who can speak, who are comfortable on camera. And you want to use the FaceTime test, as we call it. Do they speak naturally? Can they deliver your hook with conviction, as if they were speaking in FaceTime with a friend? And that's usually the type of format that works best for organic social. You want to think of this like casting for a lead role, not just hiring someone to fill a spot. You want a creator who fits your brand, speaks to your audience, and delivers with authenticity. Once you've found the right creator, if you're not testing what works, you'll just burn cash and stay stuck. Now, this is the point where most people drop off because they don't know how to test different variations the right way. So they launch a few videos, don't get instant results, and assume the strategy doesn't work. But here's what they miss. Even the best concepts need refinement. Quitting too early means you end up starting from scratch over and over. And meanwhile, the winning idea was probably right in front of you. You just didn't test it enough to find it. So to figure out what's working and what just needs more time, here's exactly what you should be tracking next. You want to launch multiple variations per angle or per format. If a video has 5K or more views, you want to double down on. And if a video has 100K or more views, you want to scale it, meaning you want to get all of your creators to do the same thing. Now, you want to make sure to track metrics like watch time, view to like ratio. Ideal is 7 to 10% or more. You want to track metrics like view to comment ratio. So 0.5 to 2% is great. And you can see all of these things, especially watch time, in the back end of your social media accounts like Instagram analytics, TikTok creator insights. All of these things you can look in the back end and can adjust based on that data. And that's how you build a feedback machine that actually improves every week for you to continue catching winners and getting results. But once you've built your feedback loop, there's one more piece that decides whether your campaign actually scales or crashes early. So you probably already know that great UGC doesn't happen overnight, yet most campaigns get judged too early and end before any insights can emerge. We've just had a client get started, an AI app that for the first, I'd say 40 days, was averaging around 5 to 10,000 views a day across 10 creators, which is very, very low. But after a month, we're now averaging around 1 million to 3 million views a day. Obviously, you know, these things go up and down, but this is just to tell you, just because you're having a period of lower views, you should be using that to compound your growth. You shouldn't just take that as a loss, because most times it's not a loss. Some of our best performing campaigns didn't take off until the first 30 days of posting. So that's why it's crucial to set the right expectations from the start for yourself. And I'll give you a clear roadmap to follow as you launch and scale your UGC campaigns. So month one, you should be working on strategy. So mapping out your ICP, mapping out what they care about, their day-to-day. Do some research on creative, right? What videos are working, why, what you should be focusing on. Creator sourcing, getting creators in, making sure they're the right fit, making sure you have a big enough creator team that will deliver on the strategy you built. For month two, you want to launch the content. So weeks 5 and week 6, you want to start seeing a few videos break some of the benchmarks of 10K, 50K views, and by week 8 and onwards of posting, you want to be making decisions on what to scale, what to double down on, which creators to remove, etc. Now you know exactly why most UGC campaigns fail and how to build a system that actually scales. And if you want help building this UGC growth engine for your brand, or you're stuck wasting money on content that isn't converting, go ahead and click the link in the description to book a call. We've generated over 12 million downloads for over 150 worldwide apps without spending any money on paid ads. Now, if you're ready to apply a proven system and scale even further, this could be the perfect next step. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.